Давайте перейдем к вопросам.
And now, in this last part of the webinar, I will answer your questions. The first question: why is the number of CPT tokens so huge? 27 billion tokens. The answer is very simple. We want to build a platform serving tens to hundreds of millions of participants. According to our calculations, we are able to accomplish this task in about 10 years' time. The total amount of money in the economies of the whole world is currently estimated at 30 to 40 trillion US dollars. Based on this, we considered that we need a scale of tens of billions of dollars to build our platform. This figure is quite modest. If you compare it to budgets of some countries, it is a small amount. The scale we chose lets the CPT token grow up to $1, up to $10, and up to $100. 27 billion is an adequate figure for building an economy that is comparable to one of a small country. If we are talking about an economic model, then this amount is not big, not average, it is small. However, this amount will allow us to have CPT growth up to tens and perhaps hundreds of dollars. So everything's ahead of us. Next question. CPT needs a huge number of users and more liquidity. However, we see that when CPT was listed on exchanges, its price did not grow, but dropped significantly. What steps does Crypto management plan to make to increase the token price and reassure the investors? Further development of our global projects will be increasing the demand for CPT, and the number of registered CPT wallets will grow at a rapid pace. As a result, CPT will become a coin, like for example Ripple. This will happen thanks to our projects in many areas, including insurance, game sports and esports, lotto and marketplace. CPT will be required by lots of people who want to buy quality goods at minimum prices, while not being manipulated by middlemen. Next question. Dear Mr. Buryak, when will X Game be launched? Good question. As I said, this is a big project, and we think that it will be launched in spring 2019. We'll make this launch in a large hall suitable for 5,000 people. Where exactly is yet to be decided. And we will show the first version of our X Game team play. Next question. I want to know if CPT will be listed on most popular crypto exchanges. Well, to do this, it is necessary to improve our token turnover. It is necessary to make our solutions work and be in demand in the markets where we are present. Otherwise, Why should we pay for access to major exchanges and have more sites with minimum turnover and the same token price everywhere? As soon as the growth of our user base begins, new offers will immediately start arriving. I get about 200 offers per week through my personal LinkedIn page. These are offers from CEOs and company founders, including representatives of stock exchanges. In particular, I received an offer from KuCoin Exchange lately. I don't expect any big issues with getting listed on these exchanges, but we don't need extra expenses now, because we understand that the token price won't grow only because we list it on a large exchange. We need to create conditions under which large masses of people, our users, will be interested in what we do. Then we will grow. Promotion will come, and the situation with exchanges will change. And most importantly, people will talk about us in social networks. We are literally on the verge of explosive growth. So I would like to assure you that I see no problems here. Next question. Why do we have so little attention from the press? Why don't we use independent media to promote crypto, to make it popular and grow faster? There is just one simple reason for that. The conversion rate of advertising in the press, as well as in any other media, is extremely low. We want our own deeds to speak for us, and the better we perform at developing projects that appeal to large numbers of users, the more recognizable we become, naturally. We use the method of promotion that we know so well. It is called the word of mouth. In due course, it will help us achieve top positions in all the relevant media as well. People themselves will promote us. Next question. I see that the majority of investors are from Vietnam. Will you invest in Vietnam? What is your relationship with Vietnamese investors in terms of the platform development? Quite right. Our main market is Vietnam, and we are already opening our first representative office of crypto in Vietnam. It will be given certain powers. The representative office will communicate with investors, establish contacts with companies, decentralized applications, and software developers. Therefore, Vietnam is the main destination for all investments and transformations that we are planning. And of course, we will build relationships with Vietnamese investors, crypto enthusiasts, and crypto evangelists. Next question. Why is it that CPT price is so much lower now than it was during the ICO? It turns out that new investors buy CPT at a better price than those who supported the project initially. You know that we all depend on the market and its conditions, and there are certain problems on the market today that returned it to a situation of several years ago. Cryptocurrency market capitalization has already dropped by about $500 billion. This money simply left the market. Nobody knows exactly why this happened, but at any event, we believe that now is not the right time to sell CPTs. If we do not sell them, then the price won't be dropping. The price does not rise on its own only because someone wants it to. We want Bitcoin price to be $50,000, but today it's $6.5. Huge volatility. We want Ether price to be at least 1,500, but today it's about 200. We all understand that the amount we invested in Ether and Bitcoin was initially higher, and now it has become smaller. We entered this market when it was growing. Now the market is consolidating, but it will definitely grow, just because blockchain is a technology that everyone needs. This is a technology that will change the world and remove all the problems that I have already mentioned. Next question. Why crypto tokens are not burned as other projects do? Because then the price of the remaining tokens would increase. Well, I have already explained this. Everyone has their own goals. Some projects increase the value of their tokens by burning them. But these tokens do not create a new economy, new wallets. These projects artificially pump their value, reducing the number of tokens in circulation, instead of creating opportunities that attract new users. This goes against our understanding of the development of economic relationships. This is a completely different approach. And, in my opinion, this approach is wrong. Next question. Last year, you promised that 1,000 invested would be multiplied by 166 in a year. Why this did not happen? Well, this did not happen for one simple reason. Our expectations were based on the market situation that existed at that time. Calculations were made, and if the market had continued growing at the same pace, it would have happened. But market is market, and this dynamic would not steadily continue till the present moment. However, in the future, it may surpass even those initial trends of growth. Therefore, everything is in our hands, and everything is ahead of us. Next question. You promised that when CPT is listed on exchanges, it will be very easy to turn Vision shares into CPTs. This question is constantly asked by our investors. Please provide this opportunity. Okay? Vision shareholders do not have to worry. This question is not forgotten. We will get back to it when CPT reaches $1, which I already mentioned before. I have already fulfilled at least part of my obligations. Let all other investors not worry. This opportunity will be provided. This question is not forgotten. Next question. Do you plan a large-scale advertising campaign for crypto projects like XGame, for example? Yes, it is being planned. I have already said that probably next spring a large venue will be engaged to promote our XGame team play. Next question. Why CPT sales volume is quite low on the 3 exchanges that are not exactly most popular ones? Okay, because people don't want to sell for this price. Next question. Why is crypto promoting partner projects while not sticking to the initial plan of its own development, such as car sharing? Crypto is doing everything that makes it known. Today we are focused on the areas that attract most interest and promise the best results. If we feel car sharing becomes such an area, we will change our attitude and implement projects related to car sharing. But today I'm sure that gaming and insurance-related topics are more trendy, and most importantly, we promised to create a bank, and we have created it. This is a huge achievement of crypto. We're also developing the Crypto Exchange Point service, which gives users the opportunity to have their own handy personal exchange. This project will be very useful to numerous traders, to our investors from Vietnam. Next question. Initially, crypto's main purpose was to create an online store attractive to suppliers and buyers, in which one could buy goods at half the price, to earn CPTs there and use them for in-store purchases. As a result, the CPT rate was expected to be growing. Why are unrelated apps being developed now? I think that today's webinar was a big answer to this question. In particular, the information about LifeWise was a clear demonstration that we do stick to our initial plans. As I explained it to you today, we are creating a decentralized marketplace in which we can use CPTs to purchase products, and CPT tokens will have a much higher purchasing power in this store than on an exchange. I'm sure that in October we will launch payments processing and this marketplace will start working. Wait for a few weeks and you will see. Everything that has been promised will be delivered. So thank you, dear friends and investors. Thank you for your patience and for your absolutely indispensable participation in this project. Everything we do for you. And we want CPT price to rise and more people to talk about our project. We have traveled a long way and great progress has been made. This gives us good reasons to believe that our project is successful. We are on the verge of unprecedented CPT growth. With numerous new users joining our project, and in particular those interested in entertainment and insurance, demand for CPT will steadily grow. That's when, with the rise of crypto economy, our CPT token will beat other tokens in terms of growth dynamics and demand. Together, we are a force to reckon with. Our project is the synergy of decentralized applications aimed to create a decentralized economy that is absolutely new and that is so much needed by the whole world. While others make promises, Crypto delivers.
Когда другие говорят, Криптор делает.